Hello, dear viewers. Today we dive into one of the darkest and most terrifying cases in American history. A story about manipulation, charm, and pure, calculated evil. This is the true story of Theodore Robert Bundy, the man the world remembers simply as Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was born on November 24, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont. From the outside, he seemed like the perfect boy, intelligent, polite, quiet, and ambitious. But behind that mask was a storm. Bundy grew up believing his mother was actually his sister. He never knew who his father was. This secret identity crisis created a psychological crack, one that would later turn into something monstrous. Friends described him as charming and harmless, but no one knew what he was truly capable of. In the early 1970s, young women began disappearing across Washington state. The victims looked strikingly similar: long dark hair, parted in the middle. A detail that would haunt investigators later. Witnesses reported seeing a polite young man with his arm in a sling, asking for help with his boat, or dropping books, or opening his car trunk. That man was Ted Bundy. He didn't attack from the shadows. He used his kindness as bait. A smile, a calm voice, trust as a weapon. July 14, 1974. One of the boldest kidnappings in American history. Lake Sammamish State Park. Thousands of people, broad daylight, families everywhere. And yet Ted Bundy managed to kidnap two women the same day, Janice Ott and Denise Naslund. Witnesses remembered a handsome man in a white cast who introduced himself as Ted. For the first time, police had a name, a description, witness accounts, but Bundy was always one step ahead. He had no record, no clear motive, and no one suspected him. The investigation slowed to a crawl. Bundy was finally arrested in 1975 after a routine traffic stop. Inside his car, police found chilling objects: handcuffs, a ski mask, rope, a crowbar, and gloves. A killer's toolkit. But Bundy wasn't done. He escaped twice. First escape, he jumped out of a second-floor courthouse window and vanished for 6 days. Second escape, he starved himself to slip through a hole in the ceiling of his jail cell, crawled through the rafters, and walked out the front door. He drove all the way to Florida, and Florida would remember him forever. January 15, 1978, Florida State University, 3 a.m. Bundy broke into the Chi Omega sorority house. In less than 15 minutes, he attacked 4 women. 2 of them didn't survive. 5 blocks away, he attacked another woman who barely survived but would later become a key witness. The brutality of this night shocked the entire nation. Even seasoned investigators were horrified. This attack became one of the most infamous crimes in college history. Bundy treated the courtroom like it was his personal stage. He insisted on representing himself, smiled at cameras, spoke with confidence, and enjoyed every second of the media attention. He even proposed to a woman during the trial, in front of the entire courtroom. But the evidence was overwhelming: bite marks, witness testimony, and physical evidence. Bundy was sentenced to death 3 times. January 24, 1989, Florida State Prison. Outside, Thousands of people gathered, holding signs that said, "Burn, Bundy, burn." When Bundy sat in the electric chair, he offered no apology, no regret. His final words, "Give my love to my family." With that, the switch was flipped. The man who terrorized an entire nation was gone. Ted Bundy proved something terrifying. Evil does not always hide in the dark. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it shakes your hand. Sometimes it looks like the person you would never suspect. This was the true story of Ted Bundy. If you want more real true crime stories, stay tuned. Until next time, stay safe.